Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel today here at Yas Let's Watch. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm getting tired of that name. I don't know why, but Yas Let's Watch is not hitting me right. It's just not catchy. I lived off the name Simple Yasser because simple was like the English version of my Arabic name Yasser because it means like simplified life or a simple life. But yeah, welcome back. I missed you. I missed recording. I missed posting something. Gonna be real with you as usual. I have a daily life where I have work, school, and now I guess gym because I'm on a fitness journey and it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, I'm counting my calories and I'm eating healthy and I'm functioning and I'm even lifting up weights as much as I can. Like, matter of fact, I even got my first scar from doing barbells. Hold up, I actually don't mind even doing this. Wait, like it's like here, like my scar. Yeah, you could like kind of see that I have like a bit of a scarring from having to lift. So there's just that. And yes, I gave a nip slip. Haram, no, he's showing nudity. Point is that's kind of what's been going on. But when I'm doing all of this, I keep feeling so anxious to not record or film something because I just love to always update you guys and I like to actually get to stay up to date per usual, let you know what's going on in my life. Getting active. I love YouTube. I love having to honestly read the comments. And even I'm active on Instagram. TikTok, not so much, just because I don't know. The TikTok is like a different universe for me. It's just not my thing. مش عارف كيف اقول لكم يا جماعة. These guys, I was born in 2000. I'm sorry, these apps are too much. This is too much. I'm being serious. I actually can't keep up. Even became really bad at texting back because, and I hate this about myself, but it's not my fault. There's just too many apps out there where there's too many people texting on different platforms and which one finds more convenient than the other. And it's like at this point, I just treat all of these social media apps like they're emails to me when I have to text back. So I completely give props to you if you can keep up with answering everybody else because that feels like a whole full-time job on its own. You need an assistant for that now. I can't. This is ghetto. I can't. But today I kind of wanted to actually talk and do something a little different where I kind of just give you fun facts about me, things you should know about me. I never really like shared like other kinds of factors about me other than the fact that I used to animate. I used to be an animation student, dropped out, and then went into sciences. I'm still kind of a bit behind. I kind of did take a break from school for a bit just because I had a lot of shit going on and it kind of just, I was too distracted to really focus in class and really get everything on like handed on time, and I just wasn't willing to really risk my transcript. It's a lot, but let's get to it. Let's talk about it. Okay, fun facts about me. Fun fact, I'm a bit of a multi-potential. I don't like to say multi-talented. I like to say multi-potential because multi-talented feels a little bit pretentious to me. But what I mean by multi-potential, I mean I am pretty good at a lot of artistic performances such as singing, drawing, dancing, acting. I try to take that on the side. Like I try to do auditions, audition tapes. I'm even making a demo reel, and that's coming up very soon, of a lot of the projects that I've done. Because a lot of you have been kind of curious, like, yo, Yasser, you say you've been acting, but I don't see you anywhere. Well, the thing is, I am not acting as often as I should be because I'm just not a full-time actor. I'm not a theater student. I'm not a theater kid. I am a science, blah, blah, blah. I'm a guy trying to go to nursing. I'm still kind of behind. I'm still dealing with fucking night school right now. I'm a security guard for now. Let's put it that way. Which leads me to my next fact, which is I'm a security guard, if you haven't been wondering. And not a lot of people know this about me, or people get shocked when they find out about this. I guess I can kind of see it because I know myself. I know I give up a pretty like... I don't know. I get it. I give off a little bit of like feminine, unable to like kind of fight. But believe it or not, I actually have been a security guard about like nearly 10 years of my life. And that's a lot to hear because it's a lot for me to say because believe it or not, I feel like it's only been like 2 or 3. Like time flies. And the thing is, I've actually jumped from company to company when it comes to security companies and have even worked in-house. And if you're not aware of that, if you're not familiar, in-house is when you're literally just working for a business and you work along with all the rest of the staff, like cashiers and everyone. But when you're working for a security company, you're working by contract, a deal with your security company and the business, whether it's like museum, phone store, some sort, and they have a contract with the founder or the manager or the HR department or whoever is involved in like having to negotiate contracts for, you know, the security guard's wages and such. So there's just that. I've been around that, but just as the guard aspect of it. What else? And believe it or not, I actually intend to bring this topic as like a separate video on its own because I have such a long timeline and experiences in it. I might try to tell you like what kind of experience have I dealt with, like what kind of like traumatic experiences or dramatic situations I've been in. But I'm not going to give you the full story because there was a specific reason for why I wasn't talking about this. There was a really very important legal reason for why the fuck I'm not gonna go and expose some shit that I've done or I've been through or I've dealt with or what I've seen because it's confidential. I'm not gonna go and share confidential information on fucking YouTube. I'm sorry, go fuck yourself. لا افضح نفسي بس كذا وخلاص كل واحد يفنشنا ويمكن انسجن. لا اشكرك. لا لو سمحت انا في كندا. I'm not about to be the next statistic. The point is yeah, so but I might try to just say like what experiences, like what events have I experienced, and that's kind of it. I've had experiences where I have okay, I'll give you one experience. I've dealt with psychiatric. I've worked in psych wards. I just know some of you American Horror Story bitches are gonna eat that shit up if I post that topic. I just know because I even have friends who come and ask me, so intrigued about what I've been through, and some stories I tell them kind of are a little bit enlightening and very eye-opening to like the situations I've been in where honestly they tend to just think like, yo, their life is actually not that bad as it is. The grass is greener on the other side. You just have been too hopped up and your head has been still stuck in your ass. Like that's really what comes down to it when they hear my stories at the end of the day. And they're just like, you know what, Yasser, I really needed something to like ego boost me or make me, I don't know, like feel a little bit better. You telling me based on real life event, traumatic experience on your job, kind of, I think the problem I'm dealing with or the situation I'm dealing with is easily resolvable. So there's just that. And then there's just like store theft and shit. Anyway, think of me as like the Yemeni Paul Blart Mall Cop. Put it that way, honestly. I actually like that movie, believe it or not. I might even make reaction videos about security movies, like movies that have like security guards in the scene, and I might come and give my little insight to it because I've always wanted to be one of those like Dr. Mike or somebody, like just having to watch a video and then just like analyze it and be like, that is not correct. I just want to give my little insight. I just that's two facts. Thirdly, another fun fact about me is I'm currently in the state of aiming to study for nursing, but I'm right now just in night school, kind of behind in life. I'm 25, if anyone's wondering. My birthday was on March 10, so that's another thing you should know. In case you ever want to, you know, I might leave an Amazon cart or wish list. If you're feeling kind of generous or you really appreciate what I'm serving on this platform and all the other platforms. So that's pretty much it. I'm trying to finish off at least like 3 requisites. For 2 of them I had to repeat because I didn't get high 80s and 90s for it. And it's a competitive career. It's a competitive place to get into. And really just getting an acceptance letter to a university is already tough shit as it is. But I really want to get on that stay-in grant that's being offered. And while I still can, if it's not offered, I mean, I don't mind having being a part-time student. I just know that I want to go into this field. I love to study about health, science, and I'm aiming for the bachelor program. That's all you guys need to know for that third factoid. And I'm just doing 3 prerequisites. Whoever's not in Canada or in Ontario, prerequisites, just me, fancy way of me saying I'm basically back in high school just fixing 3 credits, but like at an alternative school where they allow adult learners. Have you ever watched Community? It's like that. It's like that, pretty much. So that is the situation for me. And then, you know, another thing I actually wanted to address as a new factoid about me, I don't like looking like a threat. I actually do not enjoy the intimidation tactics that I grew up in, like the culture that I grew up in a pretty tough Yemeni home that relied on intimidation tactics, violence, and just a lot of dark shit. And I just know that one of the things I would want to do is be the polar opposite of that, where I just don't like to basically be that kind of representation from where I'm from as an ethnic Yemeni. I always kind of want to be just this like walking Walt Disney character because it's the kind of person I wish I had looking up to when I was young. It's the kind of role model I wish I had when I was a lot younger, when I didn't have him around. And so I might as well just be that guy myself and go moving forward. You know, like I got a nephew and I got another nephew. And it's like, who's gonna be that for them? You know what I mean? Like I got that kind of shit. So that being said, it's not only that, it's because I also like to work with reason as much as I can. And I really want everybody to just have a good time. Yeah, my TV, the chill beat thingy is gone. Damn it. We had an aesthetic side. Anyhow, I'm gonna try try to ignore and try to block the sponsorship that's happening right now with whatever ad is playing. Yes, let's talk about my goals. What about me? My goals, there's 5 things. Another fun fact about me is I have 5 things that I actually want in life before I'm dead. One is real estate. I want to own a house or a studio fully by me, paid off, everything. Just something like I want land. I want land. Give me land. I'm not even exaggerating. I actually want land. For a long time now, I had been really annoyed of having to just rent this, rent that, rent this, rent that. I'm trying to work my way up into actually someday saving and understanding about investments and understanding how you begin with also using your investments to get you your first time home. And even though we're living in a very, 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 very tough economy right now here in Canada, I still like to stay resilient and I still like to look up because there just is a way though. Okay, there just is a way, even if بصراحة يعني I'm so tired of excuses. I'm so tired. Like, it's not that I'm just so tired of complaining. I just go do shit. I just go do shit and just خليل عند الله. As long as I did it, you know what I mean? And as long as I did it responsibly, like I didn't go and take a fucking loan and a loan that I can't afford to pay back. I'm done with that. I used to go through that. I am no longer dealing with that. Thank God. I mean, I'm paying it off, but I'm vowing to never touch financial shit like credit. I just can't. And mortgage payments, I don't even know if I'll even pay something in cash fully or if I'm actually gonna be like, I don't know how to put it. I don't know if I'm just gonna go and give a really nice deposit for it to just reduce interest rates for me and go forward. Secondly, I want love. I want a partner in my life. I want marriage and I want all that good shit. Okay, I want somebody for me who I can also find as my personal home. Thirdly, I'd want a descendant. So if I ever have anything, if I have like a business working for me, some sort, I have had a couple of business ideas at the back of my head. I just don't tend to tell it, but I do know that I would want to pass on whatever I worked hard on to the next generation in my life, and they carry it forward because I just know that I want something growing and then I pass on my empire or whatever to the next person. Fourthly, philanthropy. I want to be a philanthropist. I want to find a cause that I'm pretty passionate about and continue funding it. I kind of don't want to be that ultra rich guy that just has the most expensive things and big things and all that. Like, yeah, I would be happy to go and get that for myself, but that's not really what I care about. Honestly, man, I'm only being a hardworking guy so that I can break free from working too much, and I don't want to overspend a lot of money trying to look bougie to impress people when I'd sleep at night knowing that whatever I worked on kind of saved other people's lives and makes me feel like, I don't know, my birth wasn't a mistake. Because honestly, sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes I actually do feel like as though like maybe I wasn't really meant to be born. Yes, I actually have those mentalities. Okay, sob story, pity party, do whatever the fuck you want, take it or leave it. I'm gonna leave it right there, and I'm sure everybody feels that way. But for me, I just feel like I'd be so happy. I'd die happy knowing that I just wasn't like, I just didn't go and spend my money on BS. Like I'm not a materialistic guy. I really just care about having a cozy home, affording money for just like trips and adventures for tourism, to learn new things, and then a bit to go and pay for like to fund a shelter or fund a poor school, or I don't know, fund some kind of cause like aid in Yemen, aid in Palestine, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I just would want to be that guy. I feel like that would have been such a super duper thing. And I'm not trying to get your votes. That's just me. And I grew up poor, and I then grew up reasonably wealthy. Like my dad was a hardworking guy, worked in oil, and then we lost everything. Okay, I lived the life of Caroline from Two Broke Girls, where her family, you know, lost all their riches, and then they had to go back down and, you know, go back up. And like I just know that concept, so I got to actually value what it means to gain so much and then lose everything. And then I'm like, honestly, thank God it kind of happened, because then I can just say, you know, I'm okay with just having to live in a small house, and whatever happens, like I'll still be perfectly fine, and I don't really need to live in the city or any of that kind of and like live the life of Donald Trump. I just don't, or the Kardashians. Fuck that. I don't really want that. It's not my thing. I don't know. I've seen it before. I don't want to relive it. I kind of value friends, and I kind of just value company. So I would rather just have a lot of money just to be able to actually like pay for people's meals and shit. I'm that kind of guy. But please don't be friends with me because you want me to pay your fucking meal. Go fuck yourself. No, I'm sorry. Like, I want genuinity. The hell? And fifth one, and this is controversial to a lot of people for how I'm gonna say this, but fuck it. Like, I would want to go to heaven. It's funny. I'm not a very religious guy. I'm not. I say that, but I do think about God. I do think about my afterlife. I do think about my personal opinions. And I do think about how it can be a bit contradicting when it comes to the religion I grew up in. And at the end of the day, I can't. This is between you, how you feel, but I just don't sleep well at night thinking that there is no place on the other side waiting for me. And that it does feel comforting to me when I do pray. I don't pray early, if I'm being honest with you. I don't pray on time. But when I do beat myself up for it. And then when I do, you know, I sleep very well at night. I do sleep at night very well. I do feel fresh. I feel like a deed has been done when I've done all my five prayers. And just kind of does feel nice to actually also think that there's some kind of entity, a higher power watching over you and sort of being there for you when things get bad. Like, you leave your prayers to him and then you go on with whatever you're persevering in your life. Mind you, like I said, I'm not that religious, so that means I'm not too pious. I am not perfect in certain areas, and I don't want to share what my imperfections are, but you just have to know that I'm not perfect. So then, but that I still have that at the back of my head, right, at the back of my mind, right? So, and I just do the best I can to kind of be perfect, be a good guy, and be healthy, and be a good influence, that kind of shit. What's my next fact? God, is that all? Oh God, I'm so boring. Oh, last fact about me. I'm a fucking nerd. I'm a nerd. When I mean I'm a nerd, I mean, like, I'm not like Big Bang Theory nerd. I'm not an A+. I'm not an A+ student. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not that guy. I actually am pretty dumb as fuck. Like, I personally feel like I'm not the smartest person. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I am a nerd to certain things. Like, I like to learn how to video game develop, so then that means I like to understand computer programming, 3D modeling, animating. You guys already know that was right up my alley. I like to look into research, like anything that has to do with like viruses, cures, any kind of outbreaking research here and there. And I'm sure a lot of people, most people these days, I feel like at this time we kind of I know that we mock a lot of people for how they are on social media, for how they'll get their information shit, but I do feel like we're given so much information, whether it's lies or not, that we've actually developed now at this time more awareness about misinformation, but that curiosity is like cranked up to like level 9,000 to the point where everybody's going to become a nerd in the very future. And I'm kind of happy for that, because I feel like we're moving forward into a much more moderate step. I won't lie though, I am kind of, where there's ups there's downs. I'm not happy about this like politics lately, and I won't really get into it on this video, but there will be signs and you will know what I'm talking about, and I'm sure you'll keep up with me on social media to understand like what I'm sharing and such, right? So I don't need to state the obvious, but free Gaza, I'll say that. Free Yemen, or free Lebanon, and free Syria, or Sudan, and Congo. It's very fucked up what I'm finding out, Salaha. So that's a lot. But yeah, I'm a fucking nerd, and it kind of does explain why I'm so interested in nursing and not med school. Being a doctor is a different case. It's very debatable for me on that. I just don't think of myself that highly. My confidence right now isn't there. I just think that nursing right now is kind of suitable for me because I like to be hands-on, but still like to be adjacent to any kind of research and such. So I could aim for just bachelor, and if I want to, I can go and pursue med school after getting my undergrad. So that's good news, right? And apparently here in Ontario, like, you can also, if you have a degree in like business or political science, or even a bachelor in animation as well, or in art school, you can still aim for med school. This is what's kind of cool, I find, because there's still that open door for you to still be kind of an associate to society on that aspect of the world. I do enjoy that. So yeah, that is, we'll talk when we reach that bridge. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's more than enough of what I can give about myself. I am gonna try posting a lot frequently. I'm sorry if lately today it's just kind of a bit, dry. This is my room, welcome to my life, right? My laptop is right here, notebooks and shit. I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope you get some sleep. It is 10:30 in the night. I'm tired as fuck and I gotta study a little bit before I gotta wake up for work tomorrow morning. So, peace.